it was made known and revealed. Our response to the SEC's request for information about our Bitcoin filing, I believe, was sent last week. We are essentially limited to saying that many individuals, I believe that the SEC's willingness to pose inquiries represents a shift in conduct. Thus, I believe there is growing optimism that one or more Bitcoin ETFs will be approved. Cathie Wood from ARK Invest joins us today to talk about her predictions for the current state of the market and the impact that the stock and cryptocurrency markets are having on Bitcoin. Before we go any further, we should mention that this channel does give away a 50 Shiba Inu coin to 3 lucky subscribers per day. All you have to do is subscribe to this channel, like this video, drop a comment including your SHIB, USDT wallet address, and stay active in all other videos. In addition, Cathie will talk about her financial outlook for the upcoming several months and whether an end is in sight. While the present economic slowdown is having an impact on Bitcoin, Cathie talks about other nations that are also going through a currency crisis, albeit they haven't yet reached its worst. She thinks that the course we are currently on is only a precursor to what is ahead. We'll examine her prognosis on Bitcoin in addition to her financial philosophy concerning stocks, cryptocurrencies, and capital markets. When it comes to the current market breakdown, recession, inflation, and the effect of interest rate hikes on financial markets, tune in to hear Cathie's forecasts at the end of the video. If you like the stuff we provide on this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's dive straight into the footage. Yes, I do think that the reason they're stating that it will be at the end of the year or early in the following year is because, as far as I know, this file has a final deadline of January 10th. Thus, since I believe we're first in line, other Bitcoin ETFs may be approved concurrently, as you mentioned. I believe there are a few elements at play here. As you recall from the previous video, late 20 seconds and early 21 seconds, large amounts of money were flowing into our funds, and at the time, we felt that there was a lot of momentum chasing going on. So we advised you to keep some powder dry. You know, I was uneasy. We had no idea how significant the adjustment would be. This might be thought of as the opposite of that. Right now, we feel so much more at ease. However, there was a huge rally that took place throughout July. There has, in my opinion, been some profit taking there. And I agree that many individuals have been anxious about interest rates rising, as you mentioned. A change has occurred toward cash. Additionally, a recent shift has been observed toward bonds. What's interesting is that the flows into bonds indicate that we shouldn't lag behind. We believe that growth stocks in general and long-term innovation growth assets like ours in particular will see a comeback if bonds rally, which we believe they will at some point as the economy continues to experience rolling recessions and inflation continues to decline. If we look at corporate results, we'll notice companies at both the high and low end of the consumer spectrum in terms of price points. Some of these are companies we're exposed to, others not. Domino's is saying, hey, look at how weak everything is out there. We must engage in additional marketing initiatives. And the same thing applies to LVMH. Those two events took place last week. We're keeping an eye on company reports, and I know that the economy is exhibiting fluctuations and periods of strength and weakness. We're keeping an eye on our businesses, and it appears that the customer is beginning to cave in this situation. As you can see in the video, it is reportedly less costly than Tesla. Since we have a 5-year investing horizon, we predict that there will be far more positive surprises on Tesla during the next 5 years than there have been in previous videos. This is mostly because most analysts do not think that autonomous vehicles will play a significant role in Tesla's business model. We differ, and as a result, we saw remarkable increases in margin and revenue. With its gross margins now in the 70 seconds, NVIDIA is already operating at relatively high margins. As autonomous technology advances, Teslas, which are currently in their 20 seconds, should eventually reach their 60 seconds and 70 seconds. Therefore, we think that Tesla, or autonomous driving, is the largest AI effort globally. The infrastructure that has made it possible for this and a great deal of other things to occur has been made possible by NVIDIA. Every word is from NVIDIA. We believe that many people are aware of NVIDIA's significance in this ecosystem, but many are unaware of how much software is impacted by every dollar spent on hardware. We estimate it to be roughly 20 times. Thus, we believe that NVIDIA will be a profitable stock. In addition to having produced a paper on artificial intelligence, we believe the stocks in our portfolio. It's titled Where Will Equity Value Investing in Artificial Intelligence Surface? Many predict that the winners are going to be the huge tech corporations who have had such excellent performance over the years. We're not certain. Google may have benefited greatly from ChatGPT, which ignited a spark that propelled Google's AI into a more significant market share. Or, if we're all merely using ChatGPT to get our answers, it might be the worst thing ever. It will lose its advertising franchise. The advancements in artificial intelligence have bolstered our faith in everything. Ultimately, the investor was captivated by ChatGPT. We have been discussing artificial intelligence ever since the company was founded in 2014. Additionally, NVIDIA has been our main focus in this market. So it was when NVIDIA was 5 years old. Now let's move on to the next task. Cathie continues by stating that some nations prefer not to have to rely on politicians to make decisions on monetary policy. Digital currency is essential to emerging markets. Furthermore, according to Cathie's assessment of the state of the industry, decentralized finance will eventually replace most financial services firms in their function. They will now be able to provide borrowers greater rates and savers lower ones. You're picking early, in my opinion. 21. The decline in our strategy from the beginning of 21 to the present was more severe than the absurd tech and telecom bust. The costs were too exorbitant and the technology were not yet ready back then. The cloud was absent from us. AI and deep learning were non-existent. Technology for transformers was non-existent. The expenses were too high and we weren't prepared for prime time. Even then, investors were chasing the fantasy. And that did not end well. We will discuss investor psychology today. Time for our big moment has come. The dream has become a reality. Investors are quite afraid. Therefore, we believe that as our businesses grow, there will be a surprise aspect.
As you are aware, utilizing these novel platforms, there will be a noticeable element of surprise. We'll also work hard to regain access to portfolios. Many of them stayed with us and completed the entire average.
Assuming they do, they will receive a substantial reward. If our analysis is accurate, we believe that to be true. Naturally, we can always be in error. Yes, we have a majority of equities in our portfolios as a result of using an AI perspective. We now have a paper out called Artificial Intelligence Investing. Where will the value of equity appear? Check it out at arc-funds.com. I believe a lot of folks are at ease right now. The megacap tech giants, sometimes known as the Glorious Seven, are riding high. Tesla is one of them. Thus, we wholeheartedly concur with that. Regarding the others, we are unsure. We anticipate that AI will cause a great deal of disruption. Some of these platforms, not all of them, will become less relevant. Furthermore, it might be the worst thing to have occurred to a business like Google. I might do that if I could go to ChatGPT and just receive an answer immediately without having to deal with links and ads. You guessed it, Google is answering and providing me with answers now. Thus, it might be the finest development for Google. We're not sure. All I know is that systems, particularly user interfaces, undergo significant modifications. Considering glasses and other wearables now, it is common for the technological winners of the previous round to not advance to the following one. Thus, we're alert in that area. Furthermore, the majority of large-cap portfolio managers are known to possess each of them. For every dollar that businesses spend on hardware related to AI, our portfolios offer a highly diverse means of getting involved in the field. It will most likely download software for $20. That's the reason you see a company like UiPath Robotics Process Automation. We believe that by adopting it, they are utilizing the foundation models that OpenAI, Anthropic, as well as others Meta Islama too. How did you find the interview with Cathie Wood regarding the state of the financial markets? What does she think the future holds for Bitcoin in this year? Post a comment below. I really appreciate you viewing. Remember to subscribe and use the like button for more videos similar to this one. See you in the upcoming video.